It's late, I know. It's Dr. Kiltz, the Fertile Fireside Chat, and I'm starting late, my usual old time. Carnivore Yogi, good afternoon, good evening, happy Sunday. I'm late. I was traveling from Sarasota to upstate New York today, and I figured, well, I might as well just still get on. Hey, Heather, how you doing? It's a beautiful day. Brittany, how are you? Let's see. Plub Blanca. Hello, Alpha 85. Good evening. Unique. Hi, how are you doing? It's a beautiful day. It's the evening, which is sometimes a better time for some. I switch it up. Hey, Jamie, Taki, hello. Brittany again, hello. Gabrielle, hello. Ashley, I'm here to answer questions, give you some thoughts and ideas. Victoria, I hope everyone had a great day. I got a chance to do some extra relaxation after flying from Sarasota. The office is coming along very nicely. Just all this COVID stuff, getting supplies has been a little challenging, but we're going to be open very shortly for monitoring, and we're going to start our plans for doing renovations to get the IVF lab up and running, hopefully in the next 3 to 4 months. I'm working on. Kimberly, hello. Let's see. Masu Garlips. Hello. Nails at Flowers. Texas. Samantha Carson. How are you doing? Always good. Audra, Nikki, Brenda, Lauren, Rebecca, Sarah. Alaska, New York. We look forward to seeing you from all over the world. We are really working on affordability, access, and we all need to follow up and maintain quality. That's really important. We do a lot of natural, modified natural cycles for frozen transfers. We do a lot of mini protocols for IVF. I talk to my team. Hey, I'd like to do a mini protocol. Higher doses does not make better eggs or embryos, in my opinion. Lower doses, prime for 2 to 4 weeks. And how do you prime? Well, keto for sure. And again, the CNY Fertile Family Building Guide, you can get it on our website. You download a digital or go to Amazon and get a paper copy. But you can look at all of our information on keto, on supplements, on some of our other medications like Omnitrope or low-dose naltrexone, CBD oil, fasting. Really some helpful things you can find in that magazine that I think, again, you can talk to us, but begin it on your own. Talk to your OBGYN, your fertility doctor. They have a lot to offer for everyone. Let's see. Crystal Rodriguez, COVID vaccine shot, but I was so scared to do it because of infertility issues. Were there, with there not being enough study when it comes to a shot in pregnancy fertility, what are your thoughts? The virus is far more deadly than any evidence of the vaccine, in my opinion. Now, remember, you guys all have to make up your own choice and decisions. I'm only giving you my opinion. We support you. My belief is that getting the vaccine is probably better than getting the virus. So far, most studies that are out there, look at Dr. Randy Morris in Illinois, has done some early studies, and we're not seeing infertility on the rise or any issues. But if you get the virus, there definitely are more issues. So I think it's more protective. OBGYN recommendations on upstate or CNY, G23, Dr. Marziel, Dr. Yu's practice, Dr. Brown, there's so many at Krause and at St. Joe's and at Community, but talk to your OBGYN, see if they're comfortable taking care of you, and we will help you and them on this fertility journey. And once you're pregnant, we often will give you lots of information on what are the continued keto you need to be staying on. Low-dose naltrexone, inositol. Do you need aspirin, Lovenox, prednisone longer, or lipids weekly through the first trimester, every 2 weeks through the second, and maybe monthly through the term pregnancy, by the way. So lots of really good information. Once you're pregnant, stick to the same ideas, by the way. So be able to do monitoring needed for surrogacy. Yes, education is easy. Dr. Condrup and the Sarasota team, I was there yesterday, went through the whole place. We're almost there. Again, we need a few little more supplies. Our andrology endocrine lab is beginning to get some supplies coming in soon. But patience. But yes, we'll be doing ultrasound, blood testing. Continue with the majority of our consults and follow-ups are all phone, Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, or in person. But the majority are going to be all via telemedicine. By the way. Let's see. Try to get testing appointment, but have had no luck the past 3 weeks. Plum Blanca Studio. So email rkiltz@cmyfertility.com or text 315-416-9872 that you need some help. Dr. Trussell is busy as can be. We're working to get more people able to do testicular epididymal biopsies for sure. We've been short-staffed, and I really apologize. Our whole financial system is going through a lot of revamping, so we're really excited about that. Let's see. IS Maludlo. Hello, how are you? Live in Florida. Been trying to get pregnant 1.5 years, ovulating by my own, 3 months in a row, taking all supplements you're recommending in Family Bundle. What are your recommendations? So if you haven't had an HSG, get the HSG, sperm count, ultrasound, and then letrozole trigger IUI is a good start. We're getting going very shortly. It's probably going to be another 4 weeks for Sarasota, but I'm hopefully it's really shorter than that. Everyone's working really diligently to bring that to everyone. But go right to the Family Building Guide on our website. Go to our cmyfertility.com. the resources page, and you can go to either my Keto or Family Building Guide, and you can get a digital copy, or Amazon for a printed copy. I like printed stuff, by the way. Taisha Bruce, hello to you, by the way. Tell my blessings and gratitude to everyone out there. This is a very difficult, hard road. Being infertile, emotional, physical, financially, and medically. I mean, our bodies are suffering. That's why, if you haven't read my book, The Fertile Secret, have faith. Faith trumps facts, and spirit trumps science, although we intertwine spirit and science in all of this. And when you recognize the power of your mind, and mindfulness matters. Can I take ovasitol and DHEA together to improve egg quality? Now, there are some arguments about what mixes and doesn't mix. I'd say yes, you can. Kiltz's keto lifestyle. Number one, game changer. I do carnivore pretty much, 1 meal a day at night, or 1 meal, pick the time of day. You got to increase the fat, by the way. Fat is anti-inflammatory. And Leo, my good friend Leo, is healing from some stomach issues, and I think keto is king and Leo is the lion. And his mom and dad are taking good care of him, and his sister and a lot of friends, and we're all praying for Leo's health and wellness. Alyssa Daniel, let's see, can Omnitrope help transfer at any age? That's one of the things that we may be not remembering, is adding Omnitrope for a frozen transfer. Even IUIs and intercourse, a little Omnitrope in the prep of the lining, either letrozole trigger with HGH, Neupogen, intralipids, Lovenox, aspirin, Plaquenil, prednisone. Again, look at our Family Building Guide for all the immune protocols. Lot there. Check out Dr. Vidali in PredImmune, looking at maybe testing. Dr. Kabbalah, Dr. Kwak Kim, some others out there. We at CMI Fertility also focus on reproductive immunology, and the immune system is really it. And the immune system is damaged, and basically our immune system attacks ourselves, right? Let's see. Do IVF in 2022? Sarah Huber, I am planning on 2022 for IVF in Sarasota. I'm really working diligently to make that happen. I too have a place down there and love to spend some time down there, but really want to get that moving forward as quick as we can. Lauren Fields, how far in advance do you recommend starting LDN before transfer? Keto and LDN now, weeks, months, years. I think if you go to Amazon and look up LDN book. And there's so much on low-dose naltrexone. I think it's a game changer. But again, if you're looking for the prospective randomized double-blind placebo-controlled studies, you might be looking forever. Let's see. Manzomama. Before a travel patient gets there, do you work with them from where they're from, like starting medication at home? And how do you? Yes. So we will work with you either through your local OBGYN, the local fertility center, or radiology and a laboratory. We can do that, by the way. ERA results can change every cycle. Coles baby journey. It may, but in general, we think 3 to 6 months, but no one really knows that answer. By the way, West Coast needs Colorado is great, but Washington, Oregon, and California need you. Miss Jessica Calorina. I am the kid from Southern California, Silver Lake, LA. I'm working on California, the West Coast, for sure. So that's my next adventure. Let's keep the dream alive. If you know anyone that wants to be part of helping affordability, quality, and access, low-dose protocols, integrating Eastern and Western ideas, we need people who believe in our way. There's lots of great ways, but we're really working on lower cost and lower meds and integrative process. Progesterone protocol for to thicken the lining. Thicken lining is estrogen more than anything, but this is where vaginal Viagra, LDN, keto, aspirin, things like Lovenox may help, acupuncture, massage. Don't forget intrauterine, Neupogen, and Omnitrope may be helpful, by the way. It's Miss James, California. Yes. Again, LA kid. Let's see. Is it common to have blighted ovum with PG tested embryos? Deanna Figs. It is unfortunately too common to have miscarriages, which are just a blighted ovum or an empty sac, or all just names for a miscarriage. And it can happen to normal and abnormal embryos. It's inflammation in the body. That's the cause. It's everyone's looking at the embryo as the cause of the problem, and that's why PGS is so common. But I would say that the problem is really intra-abdominal inflammatory that's flowing through our entire body, our lymphatics, our bloodstream. That's the problem, and everything we can do to reduce inflammation is critical. That's where, again, look at the family building guide. Our immune protocols are critical in this. And I think once you're pregnant, you want to stay on them. And I want you to stay keto throughout your pregnancy, by the way. But can I do IVF if cycle stopped due to keto? IVF never been late. Again, why your cycle stopped, I'm not blaming keto. You got to be careful. But yes, you can start IVF with or without cycles. Do an ultrasound, reminding my team, you don't say call with your menstrual period. It really is simple. Get an ultrasound and blood work and get you started. If you're on the priming, estrogen 2, prometrium 200, human growth 3 to 6. Get an ultrasound, start your stim. You don't need to get a menstrual period. That's the one thing most of us don't quite get yet. We'll figure it out. Simplicity. First week of metformin. I'm not a big metformin fan. Keto and low glycemic, but do not have PCOS or diabetes. Part of my protocol, you likely have, I call it pre-diabetes, metabolic disorder. I hate metformin, too much nausea and vomiting. Go to 500 milligrams or get rid of it. Again, I think that we're throwing too much of these drugs that are really nasty to the gut. 500 or less. Do inositol, keto, 1 meal a day, low-dose naltrexone, but if anything, 500 at most. If you have stomach upset, chuck it away. Get rid of it. We work Click Boom 60. We'll work with you directly through our global team, our Montreal team with Dr. Faruqi. Will help with that. When is uterine lining too thick for FET? Maybe over 20. But I think the 16 to 18 to 19, I've seen plenty of babies with that. That's the crazy part to this. Talisha Bailey, modified natural versus regular FET. So the timeline is much more variable when you use estrogen. You can carry out the time longer. A modified natural, if you have 14 days to ovulation, then your timing is about another 4, 5, 6, or 7 days to transfer. But if you're on estrogen, you may take estrogen for 10 days and then start progesterone, or 20 days and then start progesterone. So it's a little longer for sure, by the way. We need more egg donors, by the way. If you know someone that wants to be an egg donor, we need them all over the country. We need them desperately. And let me know if you guys prefer 8 p.m. on Sundays or 10 a.m. on Sundays, because I want to be there for you guys, by the way. Saw that your donor egg, if one of your egg donors currently matched, are you able to use the same donor in the future? Yes, you can. And we need more donors. So if you know someone that wants to donate, or simply ask your neighbor, friend, your sister, that's it. 8 p.m. Church, you're right. And so I'll work it and mix it in a little bit. For sure. Thank you. But again, I need the this or the this, but keep on sending it. And don't forget, I get to my text messages as best I can. I'm working and getting to the office, and Dr. Corley and I are there tomorrow, half day. The embryology team, guys, they're the secret sauce, and they're doing amazing jobs at all of our locations. I'm grateful. Our team in Colorado Springs, our team in Buffalo, Albany, Syracuse, excited about all of them. Sarasota, like this. Oh, Dr. Ivanov in Philadelphia, we're working to get more monitoring, more consults, more for everyone, by the way. Let's see, is Ovidro okay to trigger for time letrozole cycle, PCOS, AMH14? Yes. Some people over 180 pounds to 200 pounds may need 2 Ovidrils or 10,000 of Pregnenolone. Yes. Becca Farmer, good luck to everyone out there. Baby dust, right? Lots of baby dust. Do my transfer after getting the COVID vaccine. 2 to 4 weeks. I don't know that we know that yet, but there's evidence the flu vaccine may help with implantation and pregnancies, but probably about 2 to 4 weeks is probably adequate. I had a little bit of a reaction to my second dose of Moderna, but it was more like just a light flu for about 5 to 6 hours, and by the next day I was fine. I'm all healed up from my hernia surgery, and a really nice busy week. I'm actually going to go out to Colorado Springs on Thursday night, be out there to visit Dr. Maggs, Dr. Fink, and the team, Amy, and the whole team. Excited about that. Ashley Marie, let's see, both. Let's see. Sometimes I miss some of these, and I apologize, guys. Glenda, some years ago I tested herpes positive, and ever since I've been taking different kinds of medicine, but yet no improvement until I saw testimonies on the internet how Dr. Let's see, let me grab that for everyone. Let's see, has been curing different people from different kinds of diseases. I contacted him after a discussion. He prepped the medicine and sent it to me. He took coordinated instructions. Now my doctor just confirmed. Awesome. So listen, you guys, ideas out there and what you're doing, who are you connecting with? We want to all work together in this. Check out Carnivore Yogi. Check out Carnivore Cavelli. Check out Judy Cho on Carnivore Cure, if I can find her book. Listen, again, whether you're a vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, pescatarian, or carnivarian, there is a keto for you in our new Kiltz's Keto for Fertility lifestyle. Check it out. But also be open to opposite and different ideas. If what you're doing isn't working, you got to be radical. Modern OHSS 36 retrieved. When should I be concerned? Allison Wonderland. Well, if you're not sure, go to the emergency room. But again, if you're having difficulty breathing, nausea, significant any vomiting, unable to keep things down, or your urine is really dark, but if you're not sure, go to the emergency room. Deborah Santiago, vitamin D at 18. So low vitamin D is an indication of high inflammation in the gut, which chelates your vitamin D and not enough sunlight. But remember, vitamin D, A, D, E, K are all fat-soluble vitamins. People are not eating fat. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, and salt. Take some supplements, but yes, it's the inflammation. I don't think it's the low vitamin D. Low vitamin D is another indication of lots of inflammation. That's what I think. Let's see. During my HST, there are 3 masses in my uterus. They're likely fibroids or polyps. You should get them removed. I think laparoscopy and hysteroscopy, Candex OX, could be the issue. So sometimes an MRI might be helpful, but I think getting rid of fibroids, endo, adeno, polyps are all issues. If you have a blocked fallopian tube as IVF, your only option, well, what can we do to unblock your tubes? Remember, acupuncture, massage, meditation, prayer, and visualization. Don't forget Kiltz's Keto lifestyle. 1 meal a day at night, high fat, low to no carbs, and Kiltz's Keto is king. Don't forget Lotus naltrexone, CBD, and Maya massage. If inflammation, remember, you can't breathe because you have an acute inflammatory reaction. The inflammation goes away, steroids, aspirin, and things like that. So I think it can go down and the tubes can open up. But if there's severe hydrosalpingo, sometimes they need to go, by the way. Omnitrope 2 to use for priming. I don't know what, this is a hard part, is why this stuff works. I don't know if we have a straightforward answer, but HGH may help egg quality, embryo quality, implantation environment, and sperm quality. So these are all the things that we do, either Cerevital, Somaderm, or Omnitrope. I like a lot of the Omnitrope. I think 3 to 6 units is enough. You don't need to go higher than that. Told me to get it, and my place of employment told me pregnancy isn't an excuse to get exempt. Diana Hoover, it's really, pregnancy and infertility is no longer an excuse not to get the COVID vaccine. There's no medical reason not to, that we have found any studies that say that. So that's the challenge right now. Again, whatever your personal belief and needs are, we honor that, but we're working in a political craziness of this world, and I'm sorry about that. Polyp my uterus, then after a second check, they told me it was a fibroid. Chick Boom 60. This is where laparoscopy, hysteroscopy may come in. Sometimes they're hard to know if it's a fibroid or a polyp, but this is where you need morcellation of some form intrauterine. There are different methods of that, or you need a laparoscopic or an open procedure to get them out. Acupuncture ever coming back to Buffalo office? Kim, work with Dr. Chang and Chris Ziegler, hoping for that. We have a small facility there right now, and our neighbors won't let us add on currently. Let's all pray that they say we can add on, add more space, and yes, or we're going to have to move in order to make it bigger. I'm working on it. Vitamin supplements to take, conceive with stage 4 endo. Check our molecular fertility female and male supplements. They're on our website, although because of COVID, our supplies are low. Ovarian bloom also through our molecular fertility. Check out Lotus naltrexone, CBD oil, or omega-3 fatty acids, and Kiltz's Keto lifestyle. You got to go to our website, resources, and download. And again, you can get a free digital copy. Don't tell anyone. Or tell everyone, absolutely. Let's see. Opinion on Pgta testing. Syracuse told me it wasn't worth it, but I disagree. If you want to get PGS testing, get it. It's your choice. No test in medicine is 100% accurate. We're just giving opinions, and doctors have all sorts of crazy opinions. We all know that. But I would say that it's your decision, your choice. What's the reason? Is it accurate? 100% nothing is. But you decide. We may say what we recommend, but ultimately you're the driver. You're the director. We will do what you want. And our job isn't to be negative, nasty, or overbearing. Our job is to listen and learn from you and what you want. And do we make mistakes? Unfortunately, we do. We're humans, but we all need to do better, and we can do better. So if for any reason we're not doing better, We need your input to help us be better every day. Let's see. Manzomama. I don't know what the wait list is. Everything is a little bit of a wait right now, but get in our system. We're working to get more openings for consults. Some of my docs and practitioners, they have open schedules. Docs, practitioners, fill the schedule to take care of people who need our help. Heartbeat, fetal pulse, 6 weeks, SAC 0.83. HCG levels were low and slow rising. Moral depravity. You can't watch these numbers. Let's see. If as long as typically we see a heartbeat by 6 weeks, 120s or above, sometimes 110. Stay on your meds. For me, immune protocols throughout the first trimester: steroids, Lovenox, Neupogen, Plaquenil, IVIG, Humira. Longer. We're also working on better ways to help you get fertility screening testing that you could simply get ultrasound, AMH, and HSG, and maybe a semen analysis. What are my partner? Or if I just want to check myself, what's my sperm count? What's my testosterone? What's my thyroid levels? Or female, what does my ovarian reserve look like? What does my uterus look like? These are a lot of things that we can work to help you get better information so you are the driver and director. Western medicine is too dictatorial. We need to stop. You have access to infinite information out there on Dr. Google to learn, and we're here all learning and listening together. Letrozole 7.5, Gonal 37.5. Yesterday I had lead falk 24, then 15. Triggered tonight for IUI. You should be fine. That sounds good. Listen, we worry too much. Worrying brings epinephrine and cortisol. It tightens our reproductive health and wellness and sends it to the gutter. You want to have wonder and belief in the dream. There's risk to everything we do, including driving a car. That does not sound like it's significantly risky, but remember, we're here to help modulate and reduce the risk, but you don't get pregnant with zero risk. There is risk to everything. Be the warrior, the lioness and the lion, and never, ever, ever give up and have faith. Number one, remember, faith trumps everything. And Sunset Silva, we need to be, all of us, patient-centered on you. Our old way is dictatorial. We got to blow it up. We, doctors, nurses, practitioners, all of us, we need to be listening to what you need and want, your fears, your worries, your regrets. This is it. Oh, check out Fertile Hope Yoga with Aaron. Check out Danielle's The Fertile Spirit. We're working on a way for nominal, lower cost to help you talk to someone. We all need to talk or video with someone. You know, we all get lonely and sad. Miss T is down in Florida for the week. So I rely on you guys to keep me from being too down and depressed. But we all get down and depressed from time to time. That's why I do pottery, painting, and all of this stuff. We all need to be into it. And so, Webster, thank you very much. Kyo Marie, Kimberly, hello again, and Ashley. Montana, we see people from all over the globe, Montana for sure. We will work with your OBGYN, with your primary care, with your naturopath. We all need to work better together and be more positive about the journey, because it is hard, frustrating, lonely, and sad. But through all of our conversations, we can all do much better. I flew with Jim Spaller yesterday and today. I always fly with a pilot. I love being a pilot and learning and growing, but always it's important that we are constantly learning new and different things and being diligent on our focus. And we can be better in Western medicine and, again, focusing on you guys. Let's see. Yes, Colorado has an office, and you can monitor wherever you are. Dr. Fink, Dr. Magarelli, all of our team members, I'm really grateful. And we're all working to listen to you. And if we're not, please remind us. Can you guys please slow down and stop for a moment? I'm having a problem and I need your help. And that's what we all need to do. Let's see. Advocate for those with Huntington's disease and who need. We talk about PCOS and liver failure, but not Huntington disease. We look at, there's so many genetic disorders out there that we can do better to help people at. And for sure, Chickaboom 60, we all need to be listening and learning. There's so many people doing their lives, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Share your experience with us. Get onto our CNY Fertility pages and share your story. Share a video, a picture. Do a selfie with some of our docs or practitioners and share your story. And share to us how we can do better, by the way. Block tubes. Gabrielle Heatwell, how are you? Med list, have block tubes. Everything else is fine. Mini protocol, 10, 220. Tell the doctors, practitioners, I would like to do a low dose, mini dose. I don't want to do an expensive high dose. The more naturals, more letrozole trigger, letrozole low dose gonadotropins, 10, 220. Letrozole really works nice with these. And again, if we keep on being like stuck in the mud and in a concrete block, we'll go right to the bottom and we won't learn and grow. This is how I've learned about acupuncture, massage, meditation, prayer, all the supplements. I've learned about immunology and reproductive immunology. Very, very, very important, by the way. Dr. Vidali and Pregimmune, check him out. We're working more out with him and getting connected, and so excited about that. But we work with all the immunologists out there. Read Dr. Alan Beer's book years ago. I learned from him almost 30 years ago. Let's see. Claudia Cummings, finding this coupon, and well, I found that medication 800 down to 200. There's coupons out there. Ask for help. We have our grant program, affordability. We're working on our new financing program. But if you choose financing, you got to pay monthly. We really need your help so we can continue to spread the affordability around. $39.95 basic IVF and a fresh transfer. That includes the freezing, but it is extra to do a thaw and a transfer. But and if you want to do a fresh transfer, tell the practitioner. Now, we will give you our recommendations, and we want to be safe as can be in all of this. So those are really, really, really important, by the way. Let's see. Lydia, how you doing? 2,4-A FET, possibly. And this is where you have to talk to the practitioners. We're really pushing one and done. But occasionally we will listen and learn and be open to possibly doing two, by the way. Ashley, we circus retrieval, polyp removal, same time. Corley, kiltz, Lutheringer later in the week. It's Corley and myself tomorrow. I'm doing mostly transfers. I'm going to try to get to as many calls as I can. Again, I pull my text messages. I can't get to all of them every day, and I apologize. I have to spend some time with Miss Tia. Very important. Otherwise, it's we have to spend time with our partners, right? Our loved ones. 3 to 6 units for priming for luteal. I do for luteal or even longer. 3 units plus estrase 2 prometrium 200 plus Omnitrope 3. I usually do 3, and then once you go to stim, you could stop the estrogen progesterone and add the Omnitrope to 6 units. By the way, Chickaboom, good. Melissa, what is the process for adopting embryos? Find the embryos first. Always hard. More and more women, couples, men. If you have extra embryos, please. There are so many people suffering infertility. We need to help more and more out there. So please donate. If you have them, they're sitting there. Nothing better in life than sharing the gift of giving life. Let's see. Tested herpes. I think we got that. Thank you very much again. God's grace. ICSI is our standard. I recommend it. I think part of the issues of infertility is failed fertilization, either bad sperm or a bad implantation site for the sperm and the egg where they meet and connect. So I do think ICSI is good. Estrogen B2Y Midway Labs, I don't think so. We adjusted, but I think we worry too much about estrogen, progesterone. The Midway Labs are it just tells us where you're at. Do we need to elevate it or do we need to lower it? But it's not, there's such a wide range of estrogen and progesterone levels. All right. Marlena Martinez, how are you today? Thank you for your question. Would a modified natural benefit someone who doesn't have regular cycles and or not even sure ovulate? A little confusing. So a natural cycle is you have to ovulate naturally. But in a modified, we add letrozole and we do a trigger shot. So you maybe don't need to ovulate. So some of these terms are a little bit different. I think letrozole 5 up to 10, ultrasound trigger shot. Sometimes we add low-dose gonadotropins, anywhere between 25 and 100 units. And in some cases, we'll go higher. But natural means I ovulate without drugs. Modified natural means I either do a trigger shot or I add letrozole in order to ovulate, by the way. Let's see. Ashley Marie, I don't know what the pricing is, but remember, so many people say things about pricing. You need to make sure you get the forms, you sign the forms, you know what they are. A lot of times people talk prices and they're not solid, by the way. Let's see. You guys are all good. I'm really grateful to everyone for joining me. 8 p.m. or 10 a.m. on Sundays. You guys tell me what you love. Sometimes at 8 p.m. I'm a little exhausted, so I need my extra rest. MRI or lap for endo. You can do the Receptiva DX. The MRI can be helpful, but laparoscopy is the gold standard. And you could get in there, you wash things out, you flush things out. A lot of inflammation shows up very subtly, and you can't see it with MRI, by the way. And Receptiva DX, 20% of the time when it says you don't have it, you really do. Licia Ann, how you doing, Licia? A hysteroscopy polypectomy at the same time as an FET? No, you could do it the cycle prior, luteal phase, hysteroscopy, DNC, and a scratch, and then you go right into the cycle. If you do a retrieval, we could do a hysteroscopy and a scratch, and then you freeze the embryos, and then the next cycle you do the transfer. How is everyone doing today? Thank you so much for joining me, by the way. And Labor Day, obviously, we're working to help people get to the labor part of fertility, but it's all a journey, and we are celebrating life as best we can every day. Ladis Hernandez Corrales, tell me what function Humira has in IVF. So one of the issues with infertility is failed implantation or early miscarriages or later miscarriages. So Humira is a drug used for many autoimmune conditions. And so Humira, Plaquenil, IVIG are bigger guns. I should say IVIG and Humira are bigger guns, more potent medications to treat inflammation and reduce inflammation and improve the chances that you will have an embryo that sticks and grows and continues throughout your gestation and delivers normally. So we do recommend Humira, IVIG, Cimzia. There are other drugs that are used for this. This is why I talk so much about laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, keto. Dr. Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle. If you go to Amazon, you can download a paper copy. Go to my website, CNY Fertility or drkiltz.com. You can get it also, by the way. As financing mail for treatments through CNY, KedXOX, yes. Financing for all treatments, by the way, are IVF, but you need to put a down payment and start your payments right away. You don't wait until you start your treatments. You get in, you start it, and you go. If you do nothing, you can get your money back. But we're really working on new and different plans. We're working on a center in California. We got our Colorado, maybe in the Midwest. We've got our New York and Florida. We're excited about that. But we're taking care of people all around the globe. That's the amazing part. And you can learn by simply getting onto our website, going to listen to our lives. But you guys really have the answers of what works. Tell us what has worked for you. If what you're doing is working, share it. If what you're doing isn't working, share it. And the more we share, the more we pray, have faith. Remember, whether you're religious or not, atheist, agnostic, or spirit, it doesn't matter. We all have energy that vibrates everywhere, electromolecular energy that sends the signal to make everyone and spread the dust, by the way. Doesn't matter if you have tubes for modified natural. It doesn't matter, Erica, if you're doing a frozen embryo transfer with tubes or not. All right, 200 grams of protein a day and lots of electrolytes. I don't measure anything, by the way, but this number our body requires zero carbohydrates. That's the amazingness, but a little bit of that is also good. Florida Ash Rom 32. We were supposed to be open September 1, but we're almost there. Still a few extra things because of COVID craziness, but 2 to 4 weeks is my game plan. But we won't be full service for retrieval and transfers until 2022 because it takes time to do the construction and really get the design. But I'm working with Steve to do our designs and Chris to do our construction and Miss Tia helping also. So we're really excited about it. Noel Lee Lowe, transfer the way 17 due to incompetent cervix. Should I do the same protocol? FET? Yes. HCG, Lovenox? Yes. Maybe Plaquenil, get the cerclage if that's the cause. Keto is king. Remember, an anti-inflammatory diet helps build the tissue strength because an incompetent cervix is due to bad tissue, due to inflammation, due to the wrong diet for the human Ferrari. That's the craziness to all of this, right? Amazing. Let's see. Lisa. Let's see if we got this right. Lissy Ramirez. Hi. Low AMH, 34 years young. Recommend higher dose of the same stim. Low dose. 10, 220. Maybe 10, 330 if you want. Add some human growth. Kiltz is keto. Fresh or frozen. But immune 3. And again, I don't love metformin. 500 max, inositol, LDN, 1 meal a day, Dr. K keto. It's craziness. I know. 4-cell 3 days for a travel patient. Do you ever recommend more than one for transfer? Alice in Wonderland. Yes. But I've seen plenty of 4-cell embryos make beautiful babies. See, I think if we add sperm on day 0 and we think it's unfertilized on day 1, the sperm and the egg may take a day later before it fertilizes. I mean, they may be just having coffee break. We need to be cautious about these days 2 and 3 and 4 cells on day 3. They might just be slower, and we have to give faith to all of them, by the way. Let's see. Bob Noble Jack, how you doing? That the fats are derived from plants. Fats come from fatty meat, not plants. Oils come from plants. You're right, but in the intralipids, they do come. Intralipids, I'm missing that. I'm sorry. Intralipids, they come from plants. That's the best we have. It's still better than no fat. So it's either soy or olive oil, but that's why kiltz keto is recommended. I'm not a big guy on the plant oils, but it's what we have. It's better than no fat at all. Remember, for the vegans, vegetarians, it's what we've got. I highly recommend it. I should say the vegans. The vegetarians can do butter and cream. And I still think the intralipids are helpful, by the way. All right. Treatment for adenomyosis for an FET, Diva Butterfly 504. Oralisa Lupron for 2 to 3 months is probably a good one. Sometimes it may be reasonable to a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, clean things out. Don't forget LDN and kiltz keto. Again, carnivore keto, game changer. Look at Judy Cho, Carnivore Cavelli, Carnivore Yogi. So many people out there that are sharing this. Of course, let's not forget Miss Maria and Craig Emmerich. Great stuff. Again, even if you're not a carnivore, they've got great recipes that are not strictly carnivore, by the way. And I know I'm a broken record, by the way. How much does it cost to transfer embryos to a closer location to me? I think it might be about $350, something like that for transfers. EIN, do you recommend IUD? Jenny Bigby. I got to always be careful about these EIN. I'm not sure, so maybe you give it back to me. But IUD, sometimes progesterone inserts, IUDs may help reduce inflammation, and also treatment for those with hyperplasia or atypia. I'm on my second round of Provera because Karen, birth control pill, then Lupron or Orlissa. Stay on the Orlissa Lupron. That will shed the lining. More Provera. I have to remind my team, everyone, add Lupron or Orlissa. That's the best way to get lining thinner. You can do the birth control pill, then the Lupron or Orlissa, then a withdrawal. But Provera, so many people have a low estrogen. You're not helping anything. So just a reminder for all those people that have thick linings, Orlissa 200 a day, maybe a week or two of estrogen, progesterone, or the birth control pill. Withdraw those. Stay on the Orlissa Lupron. That should bring down your lining. And then possibly hysteroscopy, D&C is another option, by the way. Silvana, we have patients 50, 55, and 60. I'm 65 and a half now. Whoa. Amazing. Carnivore, keto, 1 meal a day, and some light exercise. Don't do too much craziness. Most of all, do poetry, painting, pottery. Oh, and be creative every day, by the way. Protocol for birth control to create a cycle for non-ovulatory people. Estrase prometrium, and with or without Orlissa. That's the best way to do it. But you don't have to have a cycle. If your lining is thin, just get started. If your lining is thick, then go ahead, add estrogen, estrase 2 milligrams to 4 milligrams, prometrium 200 to 400. Some people will use the birth control pill. I don't like it. So, hey, Dr. Kiltz recommends estrase prometrium with or without Orlissa, and that's the best way to do it, by the way. I know I'm sharing some craziness, but I have a great team. You know, all of our ideas kind of overlap a little bit. I know I'm a little dogmatic, but I'm also open to other thoughts and ideas. Think of transferring a normal embryo with an abnormal embryo. SoCal guy, by the way. Yes, you can transfer more than one embryo, normal or not, tested or not. Any biopsy is not exact anyway, so we need to be open to the possibility that maybe we're a little wrong in some of these things. So 44, 45, yes, we have success with their own eggs and embryos. This is where all the stuff we're sharing, keto, laparoscopy, LDN, CBD, priming, estrase prometrium, omnitrope, do a stim, multiple stimulations, low dose protocols, 10, 220. Kiltz's low dose protocol. I know it sounds ridiculous and radical, or even a letrozole clomid trigger retrieval. We're wasting too much money on these high dose protocols. Dr. Chang, low dose. Dr. Magarelli, low dose. All of our team members, lower the dose. And I'm not picking on them other than I love them, by the way. Let's see. Jen DiMartino. Remove damaged tube before IVF. You can remove it after a retrieval. It depends. I even will transfer with a bad tube. This is where 1 to 2 months of the antihistamine, antimicrobial, Kiltz's keto, and maybe some omnitrope can help in this. But bad tubes, get them out. Is everyone doing okay? Sunday. It's a half day for our location. Some are not open tomorrow. We're doing our very best. Letrozole trigger retrieval, bird bash. Basically, you take letrozole. I say 10 milligrams for 5 days, ultrasounds day. About 5 days later, if you have mature follicles, a trigger shot retrieval or transfer or intercourse or IUI. You can go to any of these things, but you can do simply letrozole or Clomid for retrieval. You don't have to do all these high dose drugs. You may only get 1 or 2 or 3 eggs, 1 or 2 or 3 embryos. That's all it takes. So many people do these high doses, don't get extra embryos anyway. And I think it's ridiculous. We need to stop doing this high dose junkola. Retrieval in 2 days, 2 4 possible eggs it's good. Look at 1 egg, 1 embryo, 1 baby. This is all you need. AJ Kunkel. Does Avidril increase pregnancy rates versus just Clomid alone? I always say Ash Rome 32, either Clomid or letrozole or both with a trigger shot of Avidril or HCG. It will help improve your odds along with IUI, but add sex always. Intercourse, IUI, intercourse, IUI, IUI. Even maybe intercourse retrieval and transfer with or without an IUI may be helpful. Remember, we don't know the absolutes here. We're adding so many different options that you've got to be more open and free. Feel free, Vanessa Rodriguez, check out Vanessa's post on our Facebook. Join the Fertile CNY Fertility Support Group, Fertile Friends. Check out our Fertile Spirit and Fertile Hope Yoga. We need more people connecting, sharing, listening, and learning. Success story with thyroid peroxidase antibodies, Ashlyn Nicole. Absolutely. That's why we do our immune protocols. So it's simply the anti-thyroid antibodies, anti-peroxidase antibodies are simply saying, I have inflammation. How do you treat inflammation? Meditation, yoga, prayer, and slow it down and cool it down. Remember, cool the core. Even a cool bath might be good. Low-dose naltrexone, keto, aspirin, 81 to 100 milligrams, 1 meal a day. I mentioned that. Intralipids, Lovenox, Plaquenil, Neupogen. These are some of the things. IVIG, Humira are all the add-ons that we do. Neupogen wash, HCG wash, HCG boosters, Neupogen boosters, Lovenox boosters, all of these things. Recommendation for plus-size women. Asked to return in 6 to 9 months. Okay, whatever your weight is, Gaber Gons 87 is perfect. Your weight is not the issue. The issue is inflammation from whatever we eat. And most of us are eating the wrong diet for a human lioness and Ferrari. It's crazy concepts, but we are here to take care of you no matter your size, shape, age, weight, color, gender description, relationship description. It doesn't matter. You're a human being that is on this human journey of fertility. We're here to help you. We at CNY Fertility should not, and if we are telling you go lose weight. Now, the one area that is a little tougher is some of our more invasive surgeries. Those are a little bit more challenging. So we do recommend, hey, these are things that'll help you get pregnant and have a baby and increase your chances of a success in all of this, by the way. Are you on keto? I am carnivore keto. I eat my fatty ribeye steak every day. And I am keto. I've been doing it for 10 years. I've been pretty much off exercise, but I just recently started back to some light weights, light bike, just light stuff. When you just keep moving, but I also get in my studio and do a lot. But carnivore keto for me is the very best because I had bowel bleeding, arthritis, psoriasis, kidney stones, and migraines. When I went carnivore keto, everything went away. And I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Can it really be as simple as no plants? It turned out to be. Now, again, we're all really built the same. You may be able to tolerate some of those other things better than I was, but that's your choice of where you want to go in this. Okay, to start keto a month before transfer. Social to NorCal girl. Yes, Keto should be today. If you do a transfer today, kiltz's Keto is kick-ass amazing. And I know it sounds stupidly ridiculous because I didn't believe it. I'm Italian, Mediterranean. My grandparents all from Italy, and it changed my life. Let's see. Natural pregnancy ended in miscarriage. Okay. Everything I share in our family building guide, by the way, share it with your friends, your family members. Get my keto lifestyle and share it. Tell everyone it's the stupidest, craziest ideas ever, and this guy is nuts, but it works, in my opinion. But started today. Lots of great stuff there, by the way. But natural pregnancies. But if you miscarried, you're 41, you want to move on to an immune protocol, laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, go right to IVF. Your call. Remember, whatever you choose to do, we support. And if our doctors are somehow saying, hey, you might be better with, say, thank you, doctor. I appreciate your opinion. This is what I want to do. Can you support what I want to do? And that's where we all need to be showing up with you guys, by the way. And don't hesitate to tell us that. Be like, hey, Dr. Kiltz, you're being a little too much in my face about keto and carnivore or surgery or whatever. I will stand back and listen because remember, you pay us and we're listening to you, by the way. Let's see. I'm not sure where our Southern California recommendation is, but my nephew Will and Aaron and our team will help put that on our website. Can help with your OBGYN doctors or your fertility doctors that say, we will do monitoring and help you, by the way, because the more we do that for everyone, the better. I do recommend Andrea. I do recommend intralipids to reduce inflammation weekly. Bank and Embros, certainly now. LDN, CBD, kiltz's Keto, go slow. And again, I support you if you're a vegan, a vegetarian, whatever you choose. I support you. I will listen and learn. But there may be something in your diet that you're highly allergic to. But remember, allergies are often subclinical. They don't show up until it pushes through like a big abscess or a pimple, right? It's under there, inflamed for a long time. And then it shows up as something, right? Add Omnitrope to the letrozole 4445. Start it now. Yes, Bird Bash. We should do more Omnitrope earlier, for sure. More priming. 3 of Omni, 2 of Estrace, and 200 of Prometrium for sure. Andrea Marie, we'll know more about transferring embryos to Sarasota in a couple of months. The people that were in our building just cleared out. We have some renovations to go through, so we're really excited about that for sure. By the way, hemoglobin and ferritin below normal. And seeing increase. What's good level for FET? Normal ranges of hemoglobin and ferritin. Okay, that's where you want to be. Talk to your primary care, whoever's managing you. Get in the normal levels, because if it's abnormal, it's evidence of inflammation. I know. Inflammation is the cause of all disease. Our body is reacting to some foreign particles that get into our body, whether it's through our skin, breathing in it. This is the craziness to it all, right? Starting PIO shots today. Frozen transfers Wednesday. I'm taking Estrace by mouth 3 times a day, but no vaginal. That's okay, Nanu, for sure. Should ERA be done? Nahid, usually one ERA, but if you have any questions, you can repeat it. That's the craziness. Only doc that does laparoscopy is CNY. Let's see, Dr. Lutheringer, myself, Dr. Condorp's going to be doing them in Sarasota. Dr. Give me my brain a second. Dr. Grossman and Ditkoff do them occasionally. Also, Dr. Montalto. We'll work with your OBGYN for sure for everyone. And we're working to get Dr. Banerjee. He's going to be coming up here more, get him some, also be able to do those. If you have your tubes clipped, Mrs. Preppy Buckeye. Yes, you can do IVF. It's made for people with tubal damage or tubal blockage. All right. 8:59 witching hours. Great to talk to everyone. I look forward to seeing everyone this week, sharing thoughts and ideas. We'll see what time I do next Sunday. Maybe I do 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. for those that like both times. Heather Page, Jenny, similar. Soon after, is that before your retrieval? I'm doing molecular fertility. A pleasure, Jenny, and everyone. To everyone, a blessing, prayer, Heavenly Father, nature, mother, kindness and love to all of us, that we see the beauty blossoming of a natural and beautiful pregnancy and health and wellness throughout your life. God bless to everyone, and I'll see you guys this week. Lots of prayers and baby dust, no matter your belief system. We all are humans sharing the beautiful positive energy. See you guys. Bye. Bye, guys.